You want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but want a winner's reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay.
A lot of y'all dudes is having trouble with these females, man, when it comes to communication, getting at females, you know, breaking the ice, starting a decent conversation, you know, getting action. A lot of y'all dudes is having trouble getting action from these females, and you wondering why. You just do not understand how you can get nowhere, no matter what angle you come at or come from, no matter what you try. You know, you done tried to juggle, do backflips, you know, jump through flaming hoops, swim through quicksand, and you just cannot get action from the females that you want. And you just have no clue why. Well, you know, the pimpin' is here to break it down to you why. A lot of y'all ain't getting no action with these females, man. A lot of y'all ain't getting no action from these females, man, because you spending too much time on that damn thing that you watching me on right now. That damn phone. You spending way too much time on that phone, man. And what you don't understand is, see, the human mind is beautiful, man. If you have a mind, that motherfucker is beautiful. You know, and beautiful things can be produced from this mind that you have. But in order for beautiful things to be produced from this mind that you have to nurture that mind. You have to exercise that mind. You have to nourish that mind. You got to take good care of your mind in order for it to work properly, so that you can get at these females in a beautiful way and get action from these females that you want to get. See, what you don't understand is when you spend too much time on your phone, man, it really stunts the growth and the maturity of your mind. You know, everything has to have balance. And when you spend too much time on that phone, you're not giving your mind room to breathe. You know, like just imagine, cause that's what you're doing. You know, the internet is a buffet. You know, it's an all you can eat buffet of information. And when you spending time on your phone, you constantly loading your mind with more and more food, more and more information, too much food, shit that don't even taste good. You still loading it in your mind. Shit that does taste good, you putting way too much of that shit in your mind. You know, you just constantly loading your mind up. And the average American spends at least 5 hours on the phone every single day, throughout the day. So if you in America, the average of y'all spend at least 5 hours throughout the day, every day on your phone. A lot of y'all spend more time than that. So in essence, what you're doing is you constantly feeding your mind 5 hours a day, constantly feeding your mind shit off of your phone. Now imagine if you was at a table eating food nonstop for 5 hours throughout the day, or if you spent, not even nonstop, but if you just spent 5 hours out of your day just putting food in your mouth. Imagine how disgusted you would be. You know, imagine how sick you would be. Imagine how depressed and sad you would be. You know, and just all kind of other negative thoughts or negative reactions that you would have to that experience. You know, your mind, you know, in a lot of ways works the same way. You know, you gotta let your mind breathe, just like you let your body breathe after you eat some food. You know, you gotta let your food settle, you know, but when you constantly on your phone, you're not letting the information in your mind settle. And you're not giving your mind the opportunity to wander and produce lightning and thunder. You know, I'm talking about brainstorming. You know, now, like I said, most of y'all spend 5 hours a day on your phone, right? Just imagine that, you know, that's if a full-time shift at a job is a football field, you know, you pass the 50-yard line in terms of, you know, how much time you spending on that phone, you know, in relation to a full-time shift at a job. You damn near doing a full-time shift at a job, spending it on your phone. You probably at work, some of y'all right now, on your damn phone right now, you know, but just imagine if you spent half of that time. Not even half of that time. Just imagine if you spent 1 hour every day sharpening your mind. No phone. You just to yourself, just thinking. Like I said, letting your mind produce lightning and thunder, letting your mind wonder, brainstorming about how you gonna talk to these females. Or you might have one particular female in mind that you want to target, that you want to get at. You want to get somewhere with this female. Just imagine if you just sat and brainstormed for 1 hour. One of those hours that you spending on your phone, whether it's on social media, whether it's on Pornhub, because a lot of y'all, when you ain't got no soft, warm body to rub, you're going to resort to Pornhub, So if you're not doing that, you on YouTube watching me or Sinful to P or somebody else, for some game or some entertainment. You might be watching a funny channel or what have you. But just one of those hours that you spend doing that every day, just imagine if you took one of those hours and spent it, just thinking about how you're going to get at females, and some of y'all have probably had success in the past. Just take yourself back to that moment and just brainstorm and just think about how it felt. Think about the mood that you were in. Think about the environment, the setting, just all of that. Just put yourself back in the moments, man. And then, just think about how you're going to compliment this woman when you're getting at her. And it could be face to face in the flesh or in the DM, Just imagine the edge that 1 hour that you spend exercising your mind on how you're going to get at this female. Just imagine the edge that's going to give you, because everybody else who spends 5 hours on the phone every day, when they get at a female, they not creative, because they by spending all this time on social media, you allowing your mind to fall victim to atrophy. You stunting the growth of your imagination. So, everybody got the same bland approach. Hey, Ma, what's up, Ma? What's up, baby? Damn, you fine. Oh, the same corny ass bland shit that anybody, a 5-year-old could think of the same, really could think of, a 5-year-old could really think of something better, because a 5-year-old ain't spending 5 hours a day on the phone. So really that 5-year-old got a better imagination than you. But just imagine if you take 1 hour, the edge that you're going to have on most dudes, so that when you getting at a female, again, whether it's in the DM or face to face in the flesh, your approach is going to be totally different because you've taken time to exercise and sharpen yourself. It's just like shooting basketball. It's just like standing at the free throw line, just constantly shooting shots. The more shots that you shoot, the more accurate that you're going to become, just like with anything else, exercise. You got to exercise your mind in different ways. And like I said, when you spend all that time on social media, you really stunting your growth. You really putting your imagination on pause. You really balling your imagination up and putting it in your back pocket and sitting on that motherfucker. That's what you really doing with your imagination. And see, a lot of y'all haven't been incarcerated before, right? But for those of y'all who have been incarcerated before, you can understand me when I say this, but some of your greatest thoughts, the height of your imagination was when you was locked up, right? You thought of some of the coldest shit. You wrote the smoothest, flyest, most charismatic love letters that you've ever written in your life to your woman. You sitting there on your bed listening to Donnell Jones or Genuine or something, or Mint Condition, and you just, you got the headphones on and you just letting your mind go and you just write some cold ass shit on this love letter, or you might have wrote a book or something, or you might have wrote poetry or song lyrics or whatever the case may be. You might have wrote a cold ass letter to the judge if you was fighting a case, whatever the case may be. You did some cold creative shit. A lot of people didn't even know that they had skills when it come to drawing until they got locked up, you know. But my point is, a lot of people, you know, they just do great shit when they incarcerated with their mind. And the reason for that is because, you know, they have nothing but time to think. Now, of course, you don't want to have as much time on your hands as somebody that's locked up, but, you know, that example's a bit extreme, but nonetheless, you get the point in what I'm saying. When you allow your mind to wander, when you allow your mind to breathe, and you just sit there and you're not on your phone, and what you don't even understand, the shit actually feels good. The shit is actually therapeutic to just put your phone down sometimes for at least an hour or two and just don't do shit. Just sit back and think. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. And when a lot of y'all learn how to do that, you're gonna think of some cold ass shit. You're gonna be like, damn, man, Freeze was right, man. Freeze really was on point with that message, man. Let me thank Freeze, you know what I mean? And you know, it's all good. You know, you can thank Freeze anytime you want, man. But let that marinate on your mind one time. Food for thought. And as always, man, put some of this love shit in your life, like so.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up. And we'll be coming up. Really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set, you gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands, while these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick with.